How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to a different style of video. I've played a lot of Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, and today I decided to actually rank the actual bosses and mini bosses that you fight along the story. Should you know that none of the bosses here are from the Scare mode, as those are not part of the actual mainline story, but are from a separate game mode that I won't be covering today. We have a grand total of 12 bosses that you fight in the game, including 6 final bosses and 6 mini bosses. Please feel free to leave a like and subscribe down below. It helps the channel grow, and we're on the verge of 200 subscribers. And with that being said, grab some popcorn and let's start the ranking. Starting off our list is the Poltergeist, the big-headed ghost that you fight in A3 Quiet Please. I really like this mini-boss, especially from all the build-up prior to the fight. This ghost hides from Luigi and is defeated by following levitating books and flashing your strobe at him. You rinse and repeat this process until he's defeated. I like this boss as a mini-boss, but compared to actual bosses, he's a little bit above mediocre. B. Up next is the Gloomy Manor's boss, the Grouchy Possessor. This Possessor ghost takes control of a giant spider, which is really cool. I love the atmosphere of the cellar, and I love the build-up of investigating the cobweb problem shown in the previous mission. This boss can be a little difficult when trying to avoid its purple goo-like substance that it shoots at Luigi, but this boss has good variety, and some puzzle solving in the second and third phase. I really did enjoy this boss fight. A. Heading into the Haunted Towers is where you'll come across 3 sisters. These sisters are classed as a mini-boss, and you fight the sisters after rescuing the first of many toads that you rescued during the game. These sisters spin around Luigi with mirrors and will occasionally reveal themselves to Luigi, in which he can flash and ultimately defeat one of the sisters. This boss can become kind of rage-inducing and repetitive after trying to capture one of the sisters and get swung in the face by the other sister. To be honest, I never really liked this boss anyways, so for that, I'm gonna have to give it D. Finally getting the key back from Polterpup and opening the door inside of the big tree reveals 3 lanes of very long sets of stairs. These stairs are haunted, however, and choosing the wrong lane of stairs will cause Luigi to slip and slide all the way down to the bottom. This process can take a while and get very repetitive, but I'm not going to include that segment when ranking the actual boss that sits high atop the big tree. Another staircase. But it's a monster staircase, so a little bit better. No, not really. The build-up to this boss was solid for the most part, but man, a giant staircase. The stairs will chase Luigi around the arena and will shoot fireballs, and occasionally will jump into the air, and when it lands, will become dizzy, giving Luigi the chance to pull the rope from the back of the stairs, revealing the Possessor. I don't like hitting on bosses, but for this one, it has a special place at the bottom of the tier list, F. East of Evershade Valley lies the old Clockworks. The rundown factory houses the ancient Poltergeist. Much like the normal Poltergeist, capturing him is similar, except this time instead of books, it's bombs. I won't go too much into detail about this boss since it's almost identical to its predecessor. B. Just when you thought bosses couldn't get any more lazy, atop the clock tower is where the Overset Possessor takes control of the clock. This is by far the laziest boss design in the entire game. You fight rounds of normal Ghost until hours 4, 8, and finally 12. This mansion deserves a lot better than what it was given for a final boss. I kind of wish it was a mummy or something that was featured in the mansion. Instead, they went with the clock. And for that, I can't really give it too much points for its creativity or the actual boss fight itself, since it's just rounds of Ghost. This boss goes all the way down the list. F. The peak of the valley is where the secret mine is. The mansion is relatively short on its missions and does not feature a mini-boss, but does include a great final boss, that being the Shrewd Possessor and the Ice Monster, or whatever you like to call it. This boss is so much fun, using a cannon to shoot the face of the monster, and then finally shooting a fireball in its mouth where it explodes. This boss thrives in its uniqueness and creativity. S tier. The final mansion is where you'll find the strong Poltergeist who guards the train exhibit. This is the coolest version of the Poltergeist. One moment you're looking for the book that you need, and the other you're in outer space. The attack patterns of this Poltergeist are very similar to the ones before. Only in this version, he throws stars at you and occasionally will spit bombs out of the moon. I always thought this was the coolest mini-boss in the game. A tier. After falling for the train exhibit trap, Luigi faces off against Big Boo, or as I'll call him, Boolossus. This game's fight against Boolossus is somewhat similar to the one in the first game. Instead of shooting Boolossus into an icy Pegasus, you shoot him into the drill that's in the front of the train. Boolossus then explodes into normal boos, in which you shoot each boo into a train car. I always thought this mini-boss was cool with its atmosphere and its gimmick. B tier. The portal in the terrace takes us to another dimension. In this creepy abandoned castle, Luigi fights knights by pulling the rug under their feet to make the possessor come out. The third phase of this fight has the possessor and all of its clones possess a huge knight. Luigi must pull a rug under each foot of the ginormous knight for him to fall and finally reveal the possessor. The third phase of this fight is so intriguing yet so memorable to the fact where I don't see any other spot on the tier list except for A tier. Just when you finally thought you got the last Dark Moon piece, you are then kidnapped by King Boo. I will always remember the face on Egad when he realizes that you are not there. Luigi then teleports to an unknown dimension where everything is dark. Little by little, windows will fill the background as King Boo goes around each window, making Luigi dizzy, and then he collapses. Luigi comes face to face with Mario, but then is surprised by King Boo. King Boo launches spike balls into the air where Luigi has to lure him into one of his own spiked balls. After getting King Boo's meter down to 0, he will then come out of the Poltergeist and a chase sequence will begin. This chase sequence has Luigi running through a hallway to avoid getting squashed. He then returns to the first phase of the fight, but now with lightning strikes, ice, and frogs. You rinse and repeat this process about twice until the final phase where getting him to 0 actually defeats King Boo. You are then awarded with King Boo's purple diamond, and then the fight is over. I think the final boss of this game really does live up to the final boss standards, and for that, I give it S tier. And we are done. We have finally ranked all the bosses in this game, including all mini bosses, and this is the final ranking of all the bosses, which is shown on the screen right now. Let me know if you agree with my rankings, or if you disagree with them in the comments down below. I want to thank you all so much for watching to the end. And lastly, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. See you all in the next one. Take care, talk soon, and goodbye. Take care, guys.